I'm Leather Rokk. Welcome to my channel. Today, I wish I could tell you that I was talking to you live from New York City. I had every plan to attend the Madison Square Garden Trump rally. And this is something that I was talking about months before they even said it was going to happen. I thought that that would be something really, really special I was looking forward to. And I started, that's right, I started packing for this, but I didn't realize how much the temperature had seriously dropped. And I've gone to these things before. I know what it's like when you go through the camp out process. And I realized that most of the things I wanted to wear was way too cool for. And there's another thing. There's a difference when you are camping out over sand, and at least you feel the softness of sand, okay? When I was dealing with the flea situation, and I tried different rooms in my house to see where there'd be less fleas, I was not comfortable with a sleeping bag over top of a carpeted wooden floor. So if that was really uncomfortable for my bones, can you imagine what carpeting, what concrete and a sleeping bag would be like? And another thing I was thinking about, as it is, I am using 2 sleeping bags for my own bedding. Then I would have to use a third sleeping bag to bring with me to New York City, where I, with all likelihood, would end up having to forfeit it because I'm pretty sure they're not going to allow people to bring camping gear inside Madison Square Garden. I did searching to try to find out what all exactly I could bring in. And the thing is, what you're allowed to bring in there depends on the venue. I did so much searching trying to find uh, what you could do specifically with respect to the Trump rally. I could not get any current information about New York City. And all I knew was the temperatures were really, really low. And matter of fact, when I saw Fox News Channel's footage of the people this morning, they were all bundled up like Eskimos. They were really, really warmly dressed. And there are special luggage storage facilities in the Times Square area and the different places all throughout Manhattan. But unfortunately, the ones that I know about close at 6 o'clock. So if you are at some venue that's going on after dark, then you have to wait until the following day to pick up your things. And if you weren't planning on spending another day overnight, then what do? And I didn't have time to search around for more facilities. There probably are facilities that I could have gone to that uh, I could have dropped off the laptop during the time that I was there. But another thing that I wanted to avail myself of is I wanted to avail myself of regular charging abilities, okay? And most charging facilities I see seem to only be for cell phones. They only have the USB connectors. They don't have the full electric capability. So that is something that I need to be able to regularly charge my computer. And if I only had that when I was on the beach in Wildwood, then I could have filmed the camping out, which arguably was more fun than the rally itself and even the preparations for the rally. There is so much of my experience that I wanted to be able to share, and I never really got to, even though I had a journal with me and I was able to take notes on things, and I certainly have the the memories that I shared with the people that I interacted with and stuff. But there are things that I'll never get to adequately convey, and that was really such a meaningful part of going to a Trump rally. I really held all hope until this morning because you never know what things are going to fall into place. But I wasn't able to find adequate facilities to store my electronics. I wasn't able to find enough electric plug-ins. That's the thing about the city that I haven't yet gotten acquainted with enough places where I can actually plug in. I figured out the Wi-Fi situation finally, but all the Wi-Fi in the world isn't going to help if you don't have electrical plugins. That is a real serious issue. When you're in the lineup for these things, they take care of your restroom needs. That's great. But once you're in the venue itself, even though they may supply porta potties, they don't supply electric. And last but not least, there is another big factor. When I found out how much the bus fare is just to get there, even if you were lucky enough to get a senior slash disabled ticket, which is half the price, that's still way more than I thought it would be. And there's a part of a stress here if you're not sure what fare you're going to be quoted, because I've been quoted senior fares before and I've not been. And if I can get a discounted fare, damn right I'm going to do it. But in the same token, the only way to get one of those things is to ask the driver what the fare is and see what they tell you. If they say something like, "Are you a senior?" then you can say yes and you can pay the discounted fare, because I doubt they're going to actually ask for ID. And if I say that I got a birthday coming up soon, that I think would further sweeten the deal. But as you can see, this is not New York City. I screwed up. I feel really bad because I really wanted to be there with my fellow Trumpers. There is nothing like the energy and the love when you're in a Trump rally. But there's another thing that you have to consider, that they were saying that there is going to be 30 guest speakers at this event. Now, having been to Trump rallies before, I can tell you that they're going to be having people there, many of which most of the people attending haven't heard of them before. And I'm not saying that everybody that they're bringing up there aren't important people, but you're going to be having firefighters, okay, that's important. Police officers, that's important. Teachers, okay, they're going to be featuring a whole bunch of people that are, I guess, honored for different things, different kinds of heroes. And I can honestly see people falling asleep during this. Another thing I'm worried about is the doors were supposed to open at 12 noon, and then I'm filming, mind your business. What is this with people do not let people film? Anyway, see now that distracted me now. I should not have let that distract me. When these things are going on, the temperature fluctuates. You can't move quickly, obviously, because if you move quickly, you're going to get the Secret Service who's on edge. You don't want to move fast with your hands, okay? Unfortunately, for people like me who film using an open laptop, that is really a hassle, because, bam, you're distracting me, stop. God, this woman is bothering me when I'm trying to film here, and I don't understand. I'm minding my business. You mind your business. God, what is this woman? I don't understand this. Mom, mind your business! God, I don't understand what this is going on. And anyway, I am being hassled by a woman who is bothering me when I'm trying to film. Do you see this? I'm telling you, these places are not safe anymore. People are not safe in the United States. Do you see that I am minding my own business and I am filming? And this woman is yelling between those kids that are causing a disturbance. And the only reason why I chose this spot is because I like the cat painting, and I wanted to be where the cat was, because I thought that that would be a nice backdrop. Anyway, back to my actual video. I really wanted to be there, and I started packing, and when I realized that half the things I probably wouldn't use, and then if they would not allow me to bring a backpack in, then what would I do? Even though, by the way, I found a workaround with that to still be able to have your things, your clothing and stuff, because I can't imagine them keeping you from being able to have the clothes that you need, especially figuring that there are people attending these events from out of state who would need a way to transport their clothing, especially if they know that people are actually doing campouts in order to do these things. All right, well, if you guys were lucky enough to go, I'm very envious of you. But those events, they involve temperature fluctuations, and boy, the temperatures are really getting cold now. And but I would have loved to have been in New York City with my fellow Trump fans. And please don't forget to vote. Voting is very, very important. If you love the Donald, don't think your vote doesn't count. It does. It matters. We all need to cast our votes. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.